Hello, in this short video I'm going to show you how you can set up a discussion board in Blackboard. So I'm in a content area of Blackboard. It's called test area 1, but it could be documents or information or assignments. You can tell you're in a content area because you have these buttons across the top when the edit mode is on, and this content area happens to be called test area 1. To create the discussion board, or forum is the other name for a discussion board, you go to the Collaborate button, click on Create Discussion Board Link, and in this particular site there are no discussion boards set up. What we're going to do, we're going to create a new forum. A forum is a discussion board and an area in which you can have a number of different discussions. The terms used in Blackboard are forum, which is the area in which the discussion takes place, and then within a forum you have threads, which is a particular thread of discussion. So I'm going to click on Create New Forum. We'll find we're going to come back to this page once the forum is set up to create the link to that forum. So there's two parts to this, what we're doing. So I'm going to make up a name. Okay, it's a generic name there, and then I'm going to put a description of the sort of discussion that's going to take place in this forum. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit. The forum is available. You've got dates and times you can make the forum available between. And then there's some forum settings. Allow anonymous posts. If you tick that, then students or participants can post stuff to this forum without identifying themselves. So I'm going to leave that off. Allow author to delete their own posts. You've got to think, do you want people, once they've posted something, to be able to remove that posting? If I say yes to that, I've got a sub choice here. Do I want them to be able to remove all their posts or only posts with no replies? The second one I think is probably the most advisable, because if somebody posts something to a discussion board, then somebody replies and somebody then removes the original posting, it makes no sense of the reply. Allow the author to edit their own published posts. I'm going to put that one on. This just means that anybody posting into the discussion board could come back and edit it. So if they make a spelling error or something, or didn't mean to say it in the way it appears, they can go back and change what they've said. Allow post tagging I'm going to leave off. Post tagging is a way of adding metadata, extra information to each posting in order to search and find postings quicker later on. Allow user to reply with a quote. I'm going to take that one off. The idea of this is, if you know, when you reply to an email, generally email programs are set up so that the original content of the email that you're replying to is included in the email. So it's a similar sort of thing to that. You don't particularly need it in a discussion board, I don't think, in a forum, because you can go and look at what the person is replying to. It's obvious. Allow file attachments would allow people who are making posts to also attach a file to them, a Word document, PDF, something like that. Allow members to create new threads. I mentioned before this idea of thread. A thread is a particular discussion. This person said this person replied to that, etc. If you allow members to create their own new threads, within the forum people can start off whole new topics of conversation. If you only want people to reply to your postings, then you can take that off, and only you can create a new thread. Other participants can only reply to it. I'm going to leave it on for now. Here, allow members to subscribe to threads or subscribe to forums. If either of these are switched on, then if somebody posts to a thread or posts to a forum, and individual users have said they want to subscribe, which they can do when they're in the discussion board area of Blackboard, then they'll get sent an email automatically. I'm going to switch on allow members to subscribe to threads. If members can subscribe to a whole forum, it is likely to generate quite a lot of emails to them. And again, you've got a sub-choice here. If they are going to get emails every time somebody posts to a thread, do you want to include the actual body of the post in the email, or just like a link to the post? Probably a link to the post is best. Allow members to rate posts. If you switch this on, people can look at the posts and can choose from 0 to 5 stars. So you can allow people to say, well, I really like what you've said there, and they can sort of rate it with this star rating system from 0 to 5. Forced moderation of posts. If you switch that on, then anytime anybody posts anything to this forum, it won't appear immediately, and you as the owner of the forum will need to go and clear that particular post. So if you do forced moderation, it's quite a lot of work, and you'll have to sort of keep checking to see what people have posted and either accept it or reject it. No grading in forum or grade forum or grade threads. If you choose grade forum and then put in points possible here, those points that you award will appear in the grade center of Blackboard, or you can grade individual threads if you wish. I'm going to stick it to no grading on this one. Now I'm going to click on submit. It'll take a second or two. There you go. And we've now come back to the previous page that we were on before. This is where I clicked on create new forum look. So it's come back to that same page, and the step now is to create a link to this forum. Now either you can say you want a link to the discussion board page, in which case the link that you were about to create will go to a page that will list all the forums that are on this site, or if you select a particular discussion board forum, the link will go right to this particular discussion board that we've just set up, this particular forum. So I'm going to leave it on that. I'm going to leave that highlighted, and then I'm going to click on next. Here, this is going to be the words that are above the link. So it gives you a chance to edit this if you want to, and you could put in multiple links to the same discussion board if you wished. So we could edit this and say discussion board, general discussion week 1, and then we could create another link later on without creating a new discussion board, and the link name for that one could be general discussion week 2. And so in your site you could have different links all going to the same discussion board, all with slightly different titles. So I'm going to put some text in. This text will appear underneath the link to the discussion board or the forum. So I'm going to say, please comment on your experiences of your placement in week 1. Or you put in there whatever is sort of relevant for your particular use of the discussion board. If I go down, yes, it's going to be available. Do I want the link to be, there's no need to track the link really, because you can actually go into the discussion board, into the forum, and see who's used it and who hasn't. And then here you can put in date restrictions for the link if you wish. I'm now going to submit that, and there it is. If I turn the edit mode off, we can see what that would look like to the student. So that's what it looks like. That's the end of this little demonstration. I'm going to do another little demonstration that shows what happens when you go into that link. So thanks very much for watching.